Hi, everybody. Welcome to Statistics Solutions webinar on basic academic library searching. Okay, so before we get started, just real quick, just want to, tell you a little bit about who we are. This is our contact information, Statistics Solutions. We're a full service dissertation consulting company. We offer help with different chapters of the dissertation, PowerPoints, putting together PowerPoints for defenses, statistics. So there's all kinds of services we offer. We encourage you to go to our website just to kind of check it out. We have resources there too, guides for chapters, blogs. The webinars are archived there. So that's just a little bit about who we are before we get started. I'll put that up at the end as well. Also, our co-host just put in the webinar chat box information about getting today's webinar. You'll be sent a copy of it, the slides, and the vocal, the presentation component too. Okay. And we will have a short question and answer session at the end if you have any questions, but just hold those questions until the end. Or if you want to put them in the question box or the chat box, that's fine. So you don't forget your question, but I'll just get to it at the end. Okay, so let's get started. So this is basic academic library searching. I mean, if you already are up to speed with how to do this, this is probably maybe a little too fundamental for you, but this is for folks who are maybe just getting started, or you've been away for a while and you just kind of want a refresher. So this is just kind of a basic refresher. If you really want to, and we'll get into this when we get into the presentation, if you really want to get walked through the search process and for academic searching for academic material, it's highly recommended that you meet with a reference librarian online or even face to face if that's possible. But your reference librarian will know much more than I do, and everything about that can help you with the academic searching for academic material. Okay, so this is what we're going to be focusing on today. And what we're going to be doing too is to be able to show you what I'm talking about. I'll probably go back and forth between I'm going to go back and forth between the slides themselves and an actual, logged into an academic library and show you some of these things that we're going to be talking about. Whoops. Okay, so that's what we're going to be covering. Let's get started. Introduction. What is an academic library and how do they differ from public libraries? Public libraries are good for, fiction, for general reference material for the general population. They are not designed for academic research, right? Because they don't spend the money to get those databases that search and they don't pay to get access to that academic information, right? Academic journals, search engines that search academic databases and academic journals, all that kind of scholarly material. That is the purview of academic libraries, of university libraries. So that's the big difference with public libraries. They're for public interest, general interest, fiction. So any kind of advanced or just academic research in general that you're going to be doing for your classes, for your dissertation, obviously you need a university library. And whatever school you're enrolled in, whatever university you're enrolled in, you should have access to the university library, even if it's an online university like Walden, one of these online universities, they have, we can access their libraries online. Okay. So let's take just a quick look at some of the search functions. Quick search, basic searches, advanced searches. And we'll bring this back over here. Now this is just University of South Florida. This is the university academic library that we have access to. Of course, you're going to have your own that you have access to. And so there will be some differences, but there will be some similarities too. Especially things like the searches, the basic searches, the advanced searches. This is something called quick search. Usually it's your library home screen. Excuse me. There'll be a place where you can just do a kind of a quick search, right? And this is good if you already know the title of the article that you want. Let's just say you found it looking on Google Scholar, which we can get to in a minute. Or somebody said, your chair said, hey, you should check out this this article, right? So you already have the title. So if you already have the title, just throw it in there. Obviously, that's easy to do. And all this information that comes up, peer reviewed, this is all important. We'll get to that in a few minutes. Quick search, it's also good if you just want to throw in a couple terms, like transformational leadership and emotional intelligence. If you just want to search a couple terms, you could do that. A general search, right? So let's see. Oops. Leadership and okay. So this is, this is quick search, using quick search just with using a general search, right? You're not really starting to kind of refine your search yet, but you're going to get a lot of hits, right? And there's, this gives you over 1,000. But see, this will give you things like books. Here's, other, I'm not sure what other is, but they have, the genres of what you're searching for. This is an article, this is an article, this is a book, this is a book. And we'll get into how to, look at the entries once they come up. But if you want to refine it, that's good. You can go to the advanced search. That's good for a general search, and you can trim this down, right? If you just wanted to search articles, right, you could click that. That trims it down to 613. There's other ways you can refine it. Peer review journals. You just want a peer reviewed material, right? You don't want like magazine articles. That will refine it further. And then see, with each entry, it says peer reviewed here. And that's how you can tell it's peer reviewed. So because a lot of these, like your lit review and the studies you're writing for your dissertation, peer-reviewed research is really the gold standard, is really what they want. I mean, you can certainly use statistics and material from books and some from like government websites and things like that, but really you want to stick with peer-reviewed articles. Okay, so if you want to get more, that's the quick search. That's the general search, which again is good for just broad topics. It's good if you already know the name of the article you want to search. There will be some option for an advanced search, right? And then you don't have to put on, you can enter the terms that you want to search. Let's just say transformational leadership and relational pedagogy. And you can filter it with these fields that you only want the word to appear in the title. That really, reduces the scope of what you're going to get. You only want it to appear as a subject. By default, these go to any field, which means it could the article could contain transformational leadership anywhere in it. You could add new lines. All right, this is under the advanced search feature. Like if you wanted to add a third term, that would refine your search even more. Let's search this just to see what we get. And now you're getting like 23. Okay. And here's what I was saying too before. Also, the research type, we're focusing on articles. We don't want books. We don't want dissertations. So we click articles. It's just going to give us articles. We want our articles to be peer reviewed. So we click that. And it's going to show the, here's the filters that you have active, that they should be articles, that they should be peer reviewed. But there's more. Your chair said, or your template for your dissertation says your studies need to be published within 5 years. So let's just say that. So in other words, they can't be old. They can't be, so you have a publication date here. So we want them from 5 years, 2018 to now, 2023. We could refine it that way. And then it brings us down to 2 if we search these two terms. Now these will be articles because that's what we're looking for. They'll be peer reviewed, and we can tell right here it says peer reviewed. And these will give me things that are published between the years 2018 and 2023. That's the really that's the benefit of the advanced search option, right? You have all these ways to filter your search and modify your search, and you can put in extra terms if you want. You could even have 4 terms. So that's the advanced search feature. Again, the general search is okay. It's an okay place to start. But once you start to you want to start narrowing down, you're going to want to go to the advanced search feature. All right. Just a minute here. Okay, qualifying and refining searches, we just went over that. And the ones you're really going to be, I think, mostly interested in is the data publication, whether they're peer reviewed or not. I know that's important. And usually you're going to be looking for articles. Of course, if you want to look for other things, you can, right? If you do want to look for books, that's fine. You could expand it to look for books as well. Scanning the search results, right? So let's say we want to see what this article is about. We're interested in it. Obviously, you get the entry for the description. It has all kinds of information here, right? Whether it's peer reviewed, we talked about that. If you want to download it to read it, you can, or before that, if you just want to scan and see if it's suitable for what you're doing, they give you an abstract, right? The abstract is going to be a summary. It's going to be the purpose of the article, or the study, what the study involved, who are the participants, and the findings are going to be down here. So you can scan the abstract to see if that doesn't really work for me. I don't think that one's going to work. Or yes, I want that one. You want to read it further, then of course you can go to full text availability. You can click on one of these, download PDF, to get the actual, to look at the actual article. Okay. And you have different, there'll be different options to view it as PDF if you want to download the PDF. So you'll have different options that way. Here, oftentimes they will give you the citation. Here's a citation for the article if you want to use it. And if you're going to use an article, I would suggest getting the citation when you get the article. So if you wanted to use this article get the citation from it now. Put it in your references or put it somewhere. So you don't have to go back and do this again and get the citation for it, right? And if you end up not using it, obviously remove it or don't put it in your references section on your paper. But if you do, you'll have it already. And it has the DOI, so you're good with the citation. Now, sometimes the that to go away. Now, sometimes there'll be a citation generator within these. Sometimes these will have citation generators. Well, where it will ask you if you want the citation. There it is. So you can do different things with these links, right? Yeah, these little descriptive records. You can send them to yourself. And here's a citation, right? So we use APA 7 in social sciences typically. But if you wanted it to take a different citation system, like if you use MLA, you're in the humanities, do that, APA 7. And is copy citation clipboard, and then you just paste it wherever you want to paste it. So again, if you think you want to use this an article, I would go ahead and get the citation for it now. That will save you work later and having to go back and get it. Okay. So scanning the results are, good. You want to go to another one, it's the same same idea, right? This is pretty basic stuff. And again, make sure your material is peer reviewed, because that's typically what you're going to need for your studies. And we now remember they should all be peer reviewed. Just make sure they say it, because we did have our filter checked for giving us peer reviewed articles. Okay, so that's searching base, that's the basic search, that's the advanced search. Now, that's not a real involved searching process using Boolean operators, things like and or and not. And that's probably better for intermediate advanced searches and getting the assistance of a reference librarian, because they're specialists in that. But these this is still quick search now, and you're going to get cover a lot of territory with quick search, because it covers a lot of databases. It's like Google Scholar in a way, in that it searches multiple databases. So you can cover a lot of ground just with quick search. We're just still in the libraries, the library search, which is quick search here. We're just in the advanced portion of it, the advanced search version of it. Now, there are other search tools and there are other databases, right? So in here, there should be somewhere, and again, your layout's going to look a little differently, but it should have similar features. If you know the database you want to use, let's say your chair said, go find a dissertation from our school. I want you to, look at that dissertation as an example. Okay, well, where do you know where to go to find dissertations? Because all dissertations are published after they're, so they can be searched after they're finished. ProQuest is the database that publishes dissertations. So if your chair wants you to go find a dissertation as an example, you could go to ProQuest, which is in the databases section. Right, let's go back. Databases here. ProQuest. I mean, you can search it. If you know the title of it, you go to ProQuest. dissertations and theses. Okay, now let's say you go to Walden University. And you want to look at dissertations from Walden. Okay, so Walden University ProQuest dissertations, see what you're getting. So now you're getting people's dissertations. And you can go to, whatever topic or subject you're in, and you can retrieve a dissertation as an example, like your chair asked you to, but ProQuest would be a place to do that. But this is just an example of how to search databases, right? So there are other databases. There are lots of databases. Let's get rid of this one and go to another one. Let's say you're in education. There's a database called ERIC. It's a big education database. Okay. So if you know the name of the database you need, you can go to it this way. And what this does is sometimes you want to search the database itself, right? There's ERIC, Department of Education. Okay, and then you can search within ERIC, which specializes in publishing educational material. Because quick search, you're not sure how much quick search will cover. Quick search may or may not cover ERIC, I'm not sure. So that's why sometimes you want to go to databases to make sure you're getting comprehensive coverage and not just solely rely on the quick search function. Okay. I want to these. Let's go back to. Okay, so that's databases. A to Z database list, right? Again, if you can search whatever database if you know it by name. These are other search tools that are popular. JSTOR, here's one for humanities, here's education, they're based on subject. Academic Search Premier is going to be, now this is a mega kind of like a Google Scholar thing where it searches multiple databases. If you're, for psychology, you have PsycInfo. The sciences, there's Web of Science or Science Direct. Again, these are specialized databases that specialize in whatever topic they're describing to search. And you can do more targeted search with these than you can with, say, something like the quick search, which again is going to give you a lot of coverage. Sometimes Google Scholar is embedded in the library search, but I don't see it here. But Google Scholar is easy enough to find. Folks know how to find Google Scholar. You can just go find that right on the internet, which is also good for, searching academic sources. Of course, sometimes it has the actual document you're looking for. Sometimes it doesn't. Okay, so research tools, databases, guides and services. This is important. So services that the library offers online. Here's one, Ask a Librarian, right? Where you can get kind of, chat help, like synchronous help online. There's guides, right? So look at the resources that your library offers. Oh, here's Google Scholar. It's embedded in here. Okay, so usually, yes, not Google Scholar is usually embedded within the library's web portal. Okay, so you can search Google Scholar right from, you don't have to go to a separate site, right from your library source. And like I said, most libraries have that. But we're looking for help, right? So there's Ask a Librarian, there's synchronous chat help, there's guides, there's workshops, right? Workshops for researchers on all different kinds of things. Here's resumes and CVs. Here's AI. Can I use this in my research? And this is something, that I think would be real popular right now with the introduction of AI. What do schools accept? What don't they accept? Will they accept you using some AI assistance? This would be something to take that might answer those questions for you. So there's workshops, there's services. Let's see, there's sometimes you can even make an appointment. I'm trying to find it here for make an appointment where you have a one-on-one kind of session with a research librarian, and you talk to them about, hey, I'm writing a dissertation, here's what I'm writing about, and I'm looking for articles on whatever it is you're writing about, and they can help you, and it'll be an online one-on-one session where they will walk you through how to search for that in a much more in-depth way that I can, and more knowledgeable, because that's their specialization. See if that's okay. Here's how you schedule a consultation, right? This is in the Ask a Librarian section. Again, there's synchronous online help, or here's that consultation I was talking about. You schedule it, ask you questions, and then you have a schedule a one-on-one session with a reference librarian. So all helpful stuff. There's a lot of resources. These libraries these days, the online portals. It's worth it just sometimes when you're not kind of under the gun trying to find research, just like at your leisure, to kind of go to your library's online portal and see what it offers and see what it has, and see how it can benefit you, right? Because if you're paying the money to go to school, this is part of what you're paying for, right? You're paying for access to the academic library. You're paying for the services that the library and the reference librarians offer. So it's to get your money's worth, take advantage of it, right? And that's what it's there for. It's to help you to fulfill your research need, your academic research needs. And that's really it for now. There's a lot of stuff, and it would take me too long to cover everything. I just wanted to get hit some of the basics to maybe get you started, maybe see where you need to go to get more help. So if anybody has any questions, just type them into the chat box or the question and answer box, and I'll try to answer them. And I covered all these, right? Yes. Okay, and that's who we are. Again, you check out our website too. It's statisticsolutions.com. We offer all kinds of services. We have all kinds of resources on the website. The webinars are archived, this webinar, other webinars. So it's in your best interest to go. You can even book a free consultation just to see what we offer, see if it's right for you, get pricing, things like that. Okay, I do have a question here. How to find those journals to publish research article and free of cost? I'm not. Oh, you mean how to find articles that you want to? Research. How to find journals to publish in? There's nothing specific that's to search for articles that you want to publish in. I mean, it would have to do with your area of study, right? Like, so if it's so if you're in psychology, I suppose you could, or it's a article, a psychological article. I guess you could go to the database section and you can see if there's a psychology database. I think there's also a way to search journals. Let me see here. Collections. Here's an e-journal section you could look at, and that's for e-journals, not paper journals. Let's see if we have a psychology section. Would probably be under social sciences. All right. Didn't know that. That's going to give you a lot of things. Yeah, I don't know if there's a way to search specifically for journals to publish in, but you could try the databases to see what if there's psychology database or PsycInfo, and you could just search articles and you could see where the journals are getting published, and also go just the literature you're working with, right? Like the things that you've worked with for your article. Look at where those your citations, look at where they're published, the articles that they're published in. And also, this is a good question. This would be a good question for an academic librarian, right? A reference librarian. If they may know something that I don't. So I would definitely go to your school library and ask them if there's just way to pull up journal titles within a discipline. You could even do probably a general internet search for that. You might not even need an academic academic portal for that. So I'm not sure if there's a way to search that specifically, but you could definitely do it, by looking at the journals that other articles have been published in, and doing kind of I would do it like a general web search, or ask the question directly to a reference librarian at your school's library. Any other questions? I thought there would be something for journals in here. There might be. There's e-journals. Okay. All right. Any other questions? Okay, well, if that's it, I'm going to let everybody go. Thank you for visiting. Also remember that check out our website. We have lots of resources there, and we archive the webinars, and you could see if what we offer is right for you. So thank you, everybody. Take care.